Hello there, Babs and Babettes. Welcome back to the S.B.E channel. Today we're going to be playing Britannic, Patroness of the Mediterranean. So this is, again, a game by the Titanic Honour and Glory team. And they give you a few different options for this one. You've got to play the sinking, tour the ship history. And it's put into sections, so it's not like on the Titanic Demo 3 where you can walk through the whole ship. You do have to select what you want to do. So I thought we could do some history, tour some of the ship, and then we'll do the actual sinking. So let's get going with history. HMHS Britannic. In spite of all that we know about the Britannic, there is still much that remains uncertain regarding the White Star Line's ultimate Olympic-class liner. The bare essentials of her story, however, are simple enough. Yard number 433's keel was laid down on the 30th of November 1911, destined to be the third largest and undoubtedly finest of her class, but sadly a factor beyond anyone's control would cast a giant shadow over her life. The first came in April of 1912 with the tragic loss of the RMS Titanic, resulted in a considerable rethink in the Britannic's design and fittings. So that by the time she was ready for launching on the 26th of February 1914, White Star's new flagship had benefited not only from the post-Titanic structural modifications, but also experience of operating the Olympic on the North Atlantic for over 2 years. As far as White Star Line's publicity department was concerned, Britannic was as perfect as the human brain, and the world anticipated her entry into the company's Southampton to New York service with particular relish. But it was not to be. In August of 1914, Europe went to war. Instead of a glittering career on the North Atlantic, Britannic found herself languishing at Belfast for the next 15 months. During this time, work continued on the war effort, but inevitably, the Admiralty decided that such a valuable asset as the Britannic could not go unused indefinitely. On the 13th of November 1915, she was finally requisitioned for service as a military hospital ship, destined to operate between Southampton and Mudros, the Allied forward base in eastern Mediterranean, on the Greek island of Lemnos. There is a lot of information here, guys, so I'm just going to try and skip a bit. At the end of the video, I will just post some of the other information on screenshots for you so you can have a read through and pause it if you like. But on the 21st of November 1916, the explosion occurred at 8:12 a.m. And after making 2 attempts to reach the safety of Port St. Nicolo on the nearby island of Kea, Britannic finally rolled over to starboard and foundered at 9:12 a.m. In spite of all post-Titanic safety modifications, the almost brand new Britannic, almost said Titanic there, which had taken 4 years to complete at a total cost of £1,947,797 and 5 shillings. You have no idea how many attempts I had at saying out that number, but I'd done it. Had been sunk in only 55 minutes by a single and relatively inexpensive German mine. And that's what we're going to look at today, folks. So if we go into tour the ship, we've got RMS and HMHS. So RMS was what she was going to look like if she had successfully been a ocean liner. However, she never was. She was actually commandeered by the Royal Navy pretty much straight after the launch of the ship. So we will go for HMHS. And you get forward grand staircase, Regal Suite B deck, Georgian Suite C deck, swim bath, HMHS exterior, HMSH exterior free cam, HMHS exterior nighttime, HMHS exterior nighttime free cam. Whew. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at each one, and then we'll get to the sinking. Here we go then, guys. So this is the stripped down version of the grand staircase. So we'll have a look at those info boxes, read a few out for you. Britannic pipe organ was removed during her wartime service, which is why it survives today. The casing, however, was still plainly visible. Up there. So she was originally going to have an organ at the bottom of this once grand staircase, but stripped to its bare minimum for wartime use. Bunks for wounded soldiers were crammed in wherever possible, allowing HMS Britannic to fit a few thousand wounded. Again, guys, details in this is fabulous. For the most part, though, not entirely. A deck and above was off limits to wounded soldiers. There is a famous photo of 3 nurses standing in front of a notice just like this one on the wall, though the photo was taken in the aft grand staircase, but it does give you a feel of what this one would have looked like. Look, the elevators, all the woodwork that gone. It's just pure basics for the war effort. Not much luxury, it's just bare minimum. Out there on the promenade you can see the hospital beds. See there on the foreclosed promenade. It's quite eerie playing this one, I have to say. You know, you just think about what these soldiers would have gone through. Bunks for the wounded soldiers were crammed in wherever possible, allowing HMS Britannic to fit a few thousand wounded. Any spaces on the ship not in use for personal quarters or ward space were usually devoted to storage. And again, they've gone to great lengths with this this game here. It's amazing. I know you don't get to walk around the full ship. We'll have a look at what we can visit in the sinking, but it's still phenomenal, and the music gives a very, very big sense of atmosphere, dramatic and emotional. Because of the basic design of this section of the ship, these passenger corridors remained relatively unchanged in Britannic's conversion to a hospital ship. All the amenities gone. Don't know if we can go into... Oh, look at that. Britannic's bow. Absolutely amazing. Right, now, let's see what the Regal Suite on B deck would have looked like as a hospital ship, shall we? I want my money back. Rank does come with its privileges. This suite, though partially stripped, still remains some of its luxuries. It would likely have been occupied by officers of the Royal Army Medical Corps. I mean, you can tell it's got a few little, what would be considered luxuries, but... thinking of what this room would have looked like if she had been an ocean liner. Oh. What's this then? Oh, hold on. Oh, we've gone back to the grand staircase. I didn't know they could do that. Well, there we go. So yeah, it doesn't seem there's much more in here to... Uh-oh, got a little sink. Curtains, at least. Not too bad curtains either. I think we should go to the next room. Georgian Suite C deck. So now we're in the Georgian Suite. I mean, the beds are still quite nice, but there's absolutely no decoration, really. It's all been stripped, all gone. This cabin would likely be occupied by officers of the Royal Army Medical Corps or nurses of the Voluntary Aid Detachment. While the panelling and decor are stripped, much of the White Star Line first-class furniture with some of the more basic cabins remain in use. What was the sitting room is now used as a cabin for 2 servicemen. So basically any space they could, it was for the soldiers, the wounded, the crew, officers, medical Swimming bath. Due to Britannic's double bottom being raised, the casing extends up into the pool area. The outer walkway that was present on both Titanic and Olympic was removed to accommodate this, and you can see that's the walkway has been removed. It's been taken over by the double bottom being raised. Ah, just the detail really is amazing. While the decor of Britannic's pool room was not installed during her fateful crossing, the pool itself was functional. Stewardesses recollected swimming in it shortly before the disaster. So it is a still fully functioning swimming pool. I wonder if we can go in. Oh, look at that. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Next room. Well, it looks like the other ones are going to be the exterior, which we're going to save for the sinking, I think. That'd be something to save for that. So now we're going to play the sinking, guys. Let's get to the main event, shall we? Now, just to point out, guys, this is the full-time real sinking, like it sinks in real time, so I may have to obviously skip a few bits, otherwise this video is going to be about 4 days long. But here we are on the outside again. Detail, the Honour and Glory team, oh, they've got the guy running a bit faster on this one. Which is what I was saying in my Titanic Honour and Glory, is they should have a running thing. So he's a bit faster on this one, probably to run away from the water, if I'm honest. Look at this. Ah, yes. Oh! Oh, blimey. Captain ain't going to be happy with me. Oh, and look, all the beds. Any space available. Absolutely amazing. And Britannic, you know, being the largest of the Olympic-class liners. Ah, the gate opens. Ah, Edwardian automatic gates. That's how you know they're serious. Bow. Can I jump? Oh, I can jump on this. They've obviously done quite a bit. Look at that. Now, she was hit on this side, so if we stay relatively down here, we might actually get to view the explosion. Oh, look at that. Ah, it's just lovely. Oh, the anchor chains, everything. It's just so gorgeous and accurate. I love it. Now, it was 8:09 when we came on board, so I'm imagining it's only a couple of minutes away for the explosion. Oh, blimey. So, that was the explosion. So now, we've got to try and get to the lifeboats, I take it. I mean, that would be the logical place to go, wouldn't it, if I could? I mean, I keep jumping around everywhere. That ain't gonna help me survive this. Oh! Oh, see, they've even got that right, because when the explosion did happen, the mast, did break. It snapped. So that would have originally been connected to the Marconi room. La 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 la. Right. Samuel Brunel's first, everyone else second. It's quite eerie, actually. I wonder if we can... I wonder how far we can go down. See, as you can see, even on here, you can see she is beginning to list over. Which, for me, isn't really good because I'm still on the ship. Is anybody going to come out and help me with the lifeboats? Please? Right, that means we're in trouble. Oh, dear. I mean, I can't see any... I don't even know if the actual launching of the lifeboats happened or if this is just the sinking. But we're definitely listing quite a bit over now. Ow. I mean, do I have to launch them myself? Do you think that's it? I'm talking to myself. I keep forgetting that. I know. I'm aware we're, you know, in a bit of bother. Can't touch the telegraphs at all. No, that ain't gonna work. What about you? Can I... Oh... Oh dear. I might just have to jump overboard. I wonder what happens if I do. I am aware we're sinking. I mean, pretty soon these lifeboats are going to be useless anyway. They won't be able to be launched if we lean too far. So they've started the engines back up. You can hear them go in there, and they were originally planning to beach the Britannic on the nearby island of Kia. Doesn't go that way. I'll point that out now. I expect you can tell out of the history we read. Loving the detail. I mean, I'm not really focusing on the detail at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how to get off the ship. If I can. I'm not even sure if you can on this. Leave me a comment. Say, Sam, you can. You know, it's just a button on one of the lifeboats. You click it. Well, that's not going to help me. Yeah, so obviously now she's beginning to list quite a lot. Not just to the side, but also to the front. We best go check on the bow. See if the water's come on board yet. There's a... Well... Britannic's trying to save me. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, that's going to take a minute to do anyway, so we'll go have a look at the bow. The water's not quite on board yet, but it's definitely getting there. I better get back to the lifeboat. No, wrong way. Wait, don't launch. Wait for me. Right, let's go. They must be leaving in the succession that they left on the Britannic, and this is what I mean about the detail. They go all out. So it does seem that they're launching them in the way that they were launched on the Britannic, as best we know. Obviously, there is going to be the one that was launched at the stern too early, which got sucked into the propeller, and it killed 30 people, including a very famous woman. Violet Jessup was in one of the lifeboats that was sucked into the propeller, and she was famous for surviving the Titanic, and would also work on the Olympic, and yeah. No, I believe she had worked on the Olympic, went to Titanic, and then went on the Britannic, and basically very unlucky, really. I mean, I know they haven't got any character models in this, but you can imagine the panic that the crew was under, and it is just so lucky that they didn't get to their destination, because otherwise the death toll would have been a lot higher. going to pick up wounded from the war, many of whom probably couldn't, you know, wouldn't be able to walk or move. The transportation of getting them into the lifeboats in time would be almost near impossible, especially in the amount of time that she took to sink. Almost half of the time of the Titanic, which is incredible. See, the problem with moving the ship through the water still going like that, it was forcing more water into the hull, accelerating the sinking. Another thing to be believed that would have contributed to the amount of water getting on board, it was standard practice at the time to open the windows, especially when in the Mediterranean, air the rooms out, you know? And it's believed that when she hit the mine, they were indeed, the windows were indeed open. So you can imagine if most of these portholes are open, the amount of water getting in. You can still see inside of the Britannic. You can see there part of the forward grand staircase. It just adds to the realism. I'm stuck in the water now. I jumped in. I didn't mean to jump in. I want to get back on board because I'm a madman. We're going to get back on board, guys, and we're going to see Britannic off. So while I'm waiting for the bow to go down far enough for me to get back on board. Oh dear. Someone's got a trumpet. While we're waiting for that to happen, fun fact. The Britannic, not only being the largest of the Olympic class liners, she's also the largest ocean liner sank and is currently on the bottom of the sea floor. When we say largest, she was 48,158 gross registered tons, and she's still intact, as in she didn't split apart, which makes her the largest ocean liner that's still in one piece to be sunk and is on the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. She's actually shallow enough at the bottom, divers can reach her, so go and see the yoga. It's quite sad, isn't it? It's sad to watch 4 years of building and toil and engineering, and it's gone in less than an hour. So guys, I finally got out of the sea, and as you can see, the water's starting to come onto the bow now, so we better look at moving rather quickly. Or I could just go completely the wrong way. What I love is you can hear in the background there, you can hear the sounds of the stresses starting to affect the structure. The groans, like she's groaning as she goes down. Tragic, really is. And now we're still on board. Yeah, so she officially went down at 9:12, believe it was. So 50 minutes left. She really did sink so quickly, especially with the new features. Oh, that's the casing to the grand staircase. Look at that. I'm a bit concerned that most of the lifeboats, I believe, have gone. Well, whoopsie doodle. Wherever that creaking is, I don't think that's supposed to happen. She's really beginning to go now. The water's onto the bow, speeding up quite a lot actually. Should really head to the stern. I think I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. I mean, I haven't got much choice. No, it's alright. Yeah, that's it. You row off. Yeah, you ghosts be safe and sound, won't you? Don't you worry about S.B.E. I'll be fine. S.B.E. Bit like Shmee. Oh dear. No, you crack on. Joke being at the stern, it actually it's quite eerie to think of how high up you are, and because she is raising a fair amount, even if it's not a huge amount. I think I might have to jump. I think I might have to jump. Yeah, so as you can see, the starboard propeller is stopped because that's the propeller the lifeboat hit. And if you want to learn left and right in, you know, good old sea dog type way, just remember that left is L-E-F-T, port is P-O-R-T. So you can all remember that port is left, starboard is right. Oh, they're stopping the propellers now, so she's... God, I would be terrified. It would be absolute terrifying. And these guys had a one-up on the Titanic, not just obviously the lifeboats and the design improvements, but they're in daylight. You got to think, Titanic was in the North Atlantic, no land, no, you know, there was just no benefit, no moon. It was a extremely starry night. Temperatures have plummeted throughout the day. People on Titanic just really didn't stand a chance, whereas at least on Britannic you had the daylight. It'd make rescue a lot easier and quicker. And plus obviously there were nearby ships that could come to you quicker. Wish I could remember the name of the rescue ships. If you can remember the names of the rescue ships that came to Britannic's aid, comment in the section below. I've gone blank. Mind you, playing these, I really do, because I'm just focusing on what I'm looking at, and it's horrendous. It really is. Pride of the White Star, well, what would have been Pride of the White Star Line. There she goes. She's really going now. Look at those poltergeists in that boat. Oh, it's alright for them. It's alright, I'll just stay in these freezing waters. It's no problem. Oh, there goes the funnel. That one's... I don't know if that one went. I can't remember. Just stay clear of the funnels. Tragic. Oh, there goes the other funnel. She's going, guys. Another White Star liner taken by the sea. Sad, tragic. It really is tragic. Oh, look at those lifeboats over there. Everyone all hunky-dory. That's fine. I'll just stay here. So, guys, we played through the whole sinking of the Britannic there. If you're still watching, thank you for sticking with me. So, guys, just wanted to say thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, Titanic Honor and Glory team, everyone involved, absolutely incredible. Really is incredible. The accuracy, the accurate time, the real-time sinking, the sounds, the atmosphere, just it's so well done. Hope to see you all again, guys. I will be uploading Wallace and Gromit episode 2 on Wednesday. I'm going to start doing what I call Wallace Wednesdays, where we upload new Wallace and Gromit video until the series is done, obviously. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was educational. And as I always say, keep calm, carry on, stay positive, and I shall see you in the next video. Toodly byesies.